Welcome back, ladies and gentlemen, and oh my goodness, what have we here? A rematch from yesterday's ace match. It is going to be Stork versus Stats on Outlier. Same map, same players. Not quite the same stakes though, of course. We are just in set 2, but still. If Stork gets taken down again, that would be quite sad for him. Let's see if he can get some revenge here. He's gonna need to. If he loses here and Kong goes down 0-2, that would be quite sad. Anyway, interestingly, the stats we saw just now there were Stats being 4-2 lifetime against Stork. Man, these names, seriously, guys. When you make IDs, please don't like just pick dictionary words. It's like, you know, when you make passwords, or at least if you make passwords for secure sites, like, you know, like your bank account or something, you're not allowed to use dictionary words because that's just dumb. It's like the same thing, man. If you're making an ID in a video game, please don't just like pick a commonly used word. Like, I guess Stats isn't that commonly used, but it is when you're talking about, like, you know, professional game or gaming like this. You know, you gotta look at the stats. That makes things confusing. Like turn is not a good ID either. Oh well. See, Stork is a fine ID because I would like never use Stork, the word Stork, in a normal conversation. So that's fine. Anyway, we're going in set 2. And are these actually the same positions as well? It looks like they are. Stork is going to be the Protoss on the 12 o'clock, and Stats will be the other Protoss at the 8 o'clock. I don't actually know if they switch colors. Okay, no, it looks like we're going with the original colors here. So Stork's going to be brown, Stats will be teal. Actually, wait, are these the same positions? I believe they are. I think Stork also rolled 12 o'clock when he played against Wookiee in Game 1. That's why I was getting a little bit confused. Anyway, there are... Man, what is up with the KT fans and making like creepy face cheerfuls? You know? Like they do that same thing for all the players. Like there's a Reach version of that. There's like a Flash version where like they have the bunny ears and like the blushing cheeks. Like what is up with that? Can anybody explain that to me? That's like so weird. Ugh. Anyway. Hey, white guys. What's up? I think the lady commentator just said nice to meet you. That's awesome. Anyway, interestingly, Stork has actually put his gateway right under his nexus. You can actually put a worker. Actually, I'm not sure if you can put all workers, but I know you can put a probe in between the gateway and the nexus, and a zealot cannot fit in between those buildings. So if you're like trying to be obnoxious, you can put a probe like right in the gap there and like start attacking one of the buildings, and the other guy can't attack you with his zealot. He has to like use a probe to get you out. Although obviously it doesn't matter because it's not like your probe is going to kill his nexus, but it's just like kind of funny when it happens. I know that, by the way, because somebody made a thread about that in a Bloodbath strategy guide on Team Liquid. Because apparently, like, that kind of stuff matters when you're playing Bloodbath, which is quite funny. I don't know, but yeah, I learned something new that day. Anyway, looks like a Zealot first for Stats. And wait, didn't we just get a shot of those? I don't know. Whatever. Yeah, Zealot first from Stats. I wasn't paying attention to what Stork did. What happened yesterday in the ace match was somewhat of a build order. I don't know if I want to say it's a build order loss for Stork. That sounds like I'm making excuses, but it was 3-gate Goon from Stats versus 2-gate Obs from Stork, or 2-gate Robo, I should say, from Stork. So he just got pushed back early on and had like a bad engagement at the top of the ramp. Anyway, Stork has gone for core first though. Let's see if Stats tries to do any aggression with his Zealot here. Looks like no, he's just gonna leave it at his ramp. I don't see the point of that, considering Stork's probe is already in the base, so he's getting a scout off on everything. Looks like Stork is actually going to let his Zealot chase Stats' probe all the way out here. I don't think that's really the best use of the Zealot, and Stats' Zealot is now chasing Stork's probe around his own base. Did the commentators just show that the core was not spinning? Okay, we can see Stork's cybernetics core is spinning. Obviously, that would be Dragoon range. I think does that mean Stats got his second gateway before his range? That doesn't make much sense. I'm gonna say that I'm just being crazy. However, we do see. Okay, yeah, it is spinning now, so he is getting the range at least. Might have just delayed it a little bit, but we do see Stork has pulled 2 guys off gas. This lends me to believe this is just a 1-gate expand build. A little bit risky, but we have seen it used a few times. Notably, Free versus Bisu on this map. Free used the 1-gate expand against Bisu's 2-gate obs and got a really nice victory there. Anyway, there it is, 2-gate Robo from Stats. And still nothing from Stork. Where's the expansion? Or is he... Okay, look, there's the expansion. So yeah, it is a 1-gate expand from Stork, and this is actually really, really nice for Stork. 2-gate 2-gate Robo, well... I mean, this is like the same situation in the Free versus Bisu game, except Stats, the ordering of the buildings is very important here, because, you know, people obviously like, oh, you know, 2-gate Robo, as if it's just one set build, but 2-gate Robo actually comes in many different flavors. You know, it's kind of like Baskin Robbins, you know, 31 flavors of 2-gate Robo. You know, you can do 2 gateways before the Robo, which is what Stats has done here, so that's a bigger emphasis on more Dragoons earlier on, and slightly slower tech, obviously. Or you can do like Gateway Robo Gate. You can't do Robo Gateway Gateway though, because that doesn't make any sense. But, you know, basically like you can go Gate Robo Gate or 2 gates first and then the Robo. So like the 2 big, well, pretty much the only 2 real deviations of that build. And having gone for the 2 gateways early on, it is possible, I think, for Stats to maybe try and put on a little bit of pressure. It seems that he's actually still not aware of what's going on though. He actually... Yeah, because he's gone for Observer first here. If he had scouted that 1-gate expand, I'm almost 100% sure that he would have skipped this obs, gone straight for Reaver, and like maybe try to put on a bit of early pressure with his units. But as it stands, I think Stork is in a very nice position here. You know, if Stats doesn't make a move in the next you know, minute or minute and a half, he's gonna miss his window. I mean, Stork's expansion is gonna kick in. See, he's already started mining here. You know, he's already got his 3 gateways up. I'd say actually it's shorter than that. Stats is, well, now that he's expanding, I don't think he can now like do a big attack and try to kill Stork. He's gonna have to just, you know, do some nice Reaver harass or something and try and come back that way. I mean, his Observer's gonna go out here. It's gonna see the expansion, and he's gonna be able to click on the minerals at Stork's expansion to see how long that's been up, and he's gonna know, oh, wow, he basically Stork basically took a risk here and paid off hugely. And it looks like the Observer is just coming in now, so yep, Stat's going to see the expansion, he's going to know exactly what's happened here. And let's see what his response is. I mean, you know, with good Reaver control, he can certainly do something, although it looks like Stork is actually not even going to let his Reaver get out here. Stork just going to use his 3-gateway production here, he's just going to bust in here to Stats' natural. Oh my god, it's just some serious aggression going on here for Stork. Stats does now have a shield battery, but his units got caught a little bit out of position, and oh my god, Stork is actually just going to end the game right as the Reaver pops. No, looks like the Reaver gets out barely in time at the last second, but now there's not enough Dragoons to support it. I don't know if Stats, rather, not Flash. If Flash took over here, he might actually win, but I don't know if Stats can actually hold this anymore. And it looks like the Reaver walked too far up the ramp here. A nice shot there from the Reaver. It's gonna get one more shot, and all the Dragoons actually got clumped up there, so Stats is barely gonna hold on. He has lost the Reaver though, and he's just using his probes to fight Stork, just rallying Dragoons off his 3 gateways. Note, it is 3 gateways against 2 at this point. Looks like he is continuing to build probes as well. But crucially, I mean, look at this, Stats. He's got to wait for a second Reaver, but even if the other Reaver gets out, if there's not enough Dragoons to support it, the Reaver by itself is not going to be able to hold off these Dragoons. Stats just trying to use his probes to hold on, but I don't think this is going to work here. I think Stork has gotten his revenge from yesterday, at least somewhat. Of course, the question still remains if Khan actually ends up winning this series. Winning this game won't be nearly as useful. So Stats is basically dead here. He's just going to try and hold on a little bit longer. Of course, this is the playoffs, so we can expect a lot of fantasy GGs. But yeah, I mean, he's down to 30 supply against 50 something. Stork looks a little bit bored. He looks a little bit stoned, actually. Anyway, one more Reaver is going to get sniped here. As you can see, Wall Reavers are very nice units. They are not exactly enough to hold off that many Dragoons. And GG from Stats! Stork taking him down, although I think he would have much preferred to do this in yesterday's ace match. But that is alright. He is going to even up the score here 1-1. And that is a sigh of relief for Con fans. Look at January. January looks quite pleased with that.
생각이 있었기 때문에 확실히 좀 안정적인 빌드를 선택을 했거든요. 그런데 멀티를 빠르게 가져가는 진짜 배짱 있는 판단을 하면서 김대엽 선수의 빌드 예측을 완벽하게 빗나갔습니다. If you want